Again, good evening. Good to see you all. So glad you were able to be here in person with us or virtually. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Dr. Andrea Chaptelaine, proud to serve as the president of Hood College. And it is my distinct privilege to welcome our doctoral students and alumni to our inaugural Doctoral Hooding ceremony. What a truly historic event. I also want to extend a warm welcome to your supporters and all members of the Hood community. As Hood approaches its 130th anniversary next year and its 50th anniversary of the graduate school this year, tonight marks another important event in the life of this beloved college. The Frederick Women's Seminary was founded in 1893. 20 years later, it would become Hood College. And a few years after that, we moved to this beautiful campus. And isn't it beautiful tonight? At that time, it was pretty much a farm. Hard to believe, way on the outskirts of Frederick. President Apple was the college's first president, and he served for 41 years, including through a pandemic. I've often wanted to talk to him the past year. He presided over countless important events, including commencement ceremonies from this very podium. So we thought it was apt that we use it on this historic night. Of course, there have been many important moments in the life of the college since then, and they connect all of us to this college and this event that will be commemorated in all subsequent years from tonight. Through the hard work of the faculty and the administrators who support this program, but most of all through your hard work, we celebrate tonight the successful launch of a high-quality doctoral program, one whose students undertake dissertation research and work that benefits thousands of students, educators, and business industries, both here and abroad. Truly, you have realized the tagline we created for this program: leaders transforming communities. We all share enormous pride in your accomplishments. So, on behalf of all members of the Hood community, I offer my heartfelt congratulations to each of you in this historic moment. Thank you.
Sign of the unfortunate times. Once again, good evening. I'm Dr. April Bolton, Dean of the Graduate School at Hood College, and I want to echo President Chaptelaine's welcome to our doctoral graduates and other esteemed audience members here in front of me and also live streaming our ceremony. Before I share the special meaning behind the hooding ceremony, I'd like to continue the historic thread Dr. Chaptelaine just shared with us. A brief review of the history behind this successful doctoral program that brings us all together for this culminating moment tonight. I'd first like to acknowledge the creative force who dreamed of launching our college's first doctoral program. Would Dr. Anita Joes, retired Professor Roger Stenerson, and Dr. Kathleen Banz please rise to be recognized? Stay standing, please. Without the determination and vision of these individuals, we would not be celebrating tonight. I still recall Professor Stenerson's presentation in front of Graduate Council several years ago, where he got up and shared a vision for a doctoral program at Hood College. There was obvious excitement in the room. A few of us were there that day, but lots of valid questions. After all the what ifs and but hows were answered, the program took an unstoppable momentum on throughout the rest of the approval process, then on to the Board of Trustees, then on to the state of Maryland for final approval, making it the first on-site doctoral program in the Central Maryland region. Again, thank you, Professor Stenerson, Dr. Joes, and Dr. Banz, for your pioneering work here at the college. Thank you. Next, this is our exercise, by the way, this first little part. Next, I would like to celebrate the faculty who support this program. So would all past and present doctoral faculty please rise? Please join me in thanking this dedicated cadre of faculty who supported your dissertation and course progression through repeat and sometimes long one-on-one sessions with you. Thank you. Thank you all for your support of our students and of our graduates. And last, but never least, we ask the closest supporters of our doctoral graduates to please rise in body or spirit here in front of me or live streaming, the spouses, the children, parents, colleagues, friends. If you are here or live streaming, please stand at this moment to be recognized for your unfailing support of these important people in your life every Saturday for multiple weeks, months, and years, and for all of the other days and nights they had to turn from their normal family, friend, and professional obligations to pursue their doctoral education and dream. Thank you. As you can see, albeit we are a small group, it truly takes a village to raise a doctoral graduate. It's now time to pause our history lesson and continue adding to the college's cherished history book. The hooding ceremony, believed to have originated in European universities in the 12th century, was first instituted to recognize graduating students as they entered into their scholarly careers. Hooded robes, often required for warmth in unheated Northern European medieval libraries, were first used in a very practical way as a uniform for scholars who studied and produced written works. With the introduction of the printing press in the 15th century, robes became largely symbolic. Universities began to differentiate students by their academic majors, and colors were added to the robes to signify those distinctions. Hoods later became detached ornaments, no longer functioning as an actual hood, but used to represent the graduates' scholarly effort and their great achievement. In non-pandemic times, the doctoral hood is usually placed on the graduate's shoulders by their dissertation committee chair. While we cannot emulate that tradition, we will today, with COVID restrictions, note the dissertation chair for each graduate. That will be our symbolism of that dissertation chair hooding the graduate. Hoods are still used today to represent a commitment to a scholarly life and lifelong learning. While modern-day undergraduates wear robes and caps, those with master's or doctorate degrees are presented with hoods to show their continued pursuit of knowledge. The doctoral hood, as the terminal degree, is the longest, most colorful of the degree hoods, as you will soon see. Now, as we just learned, the hood colors are predefined by field of study. The light brown color you will see tonight on some of our graduates denotes business pursuits. These are our students who have earned their DBA or Doctor of Business Administration. The graduates with citron on their hoods represent education and organizational leadership pursuits. These are our DOL recipients, Doctors of Organizational Leadership. These hoods are an expression of tradition and will be used to communicate the wearer's school, thus the blue and gray you see on all of the beautiful robes tonight, their degree and field for the rest of their lives. In closing, the graduate hooding ceremony signifies an academic and personal achievement. The hood itself is a special part of the academic regalia that demonstrates scholarly and professional achievements. It's reserved for individuals who have attained the highest academic degree, the doctoral, truly a pinnacle achievement. Speaking of pinnacle achievements, our doctoral graduates that you will be meeting and hearing about tonight are leaders at the pinnacle of their careers, hailing from diverse industries and sectors like healthcare, biosciences, biotechnology, government, business, PK-12, public education, and higher education. We count among our ranks C-level executives, public school superintendent, professors, both adjunct and tenure track, and graduates with far too many grant, presentation, and publication milestones to detail here. But rest assured, all of them are the living embodiment of leaders transforming communities. It is now my honor and privilege to begin the doctoral hooding ceremony. Doctors Banz, Codipa, and Joes, please join me on the stage. As I announce each doctoral grad, please make your way to these steps and pause to allow me to read your brief bio. At that time, you're then invited to come up, retrieve the hood from the table, which will be ceremoniously placed on the table for you. Please turn to the audience and place the hood over your head. This would have been the moment where your dissertation chair was placing that hood on your shoulders. If comfortable, you may briefly remove your mask for a photo here at the hooding table, followed by a second photo with President Chapdelaine, who will be standing right over here in front of the grove of trees. We will begin by celebrating the doctoral graduates from 2020, or cohort 2019. Dr. Michelle Basie is the proud principal of Thurmont Primary School in Frederick County, serving the students, families, and staff in her school community is both an honor and a privilege for Michelle, especially during such unprecedented times in education such as these. Michelle is a triple blazer, earning her Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Education, Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction, her Administrative Leadership Certification, and now a Doctorate of Organizational Leadership, all from Hood College. Michelle was one of 2 doctoral students invited to join Phi Kappa Phi, National Honor Society. She is also a member of Kappa Delta Pi. Dr. Jennifer Codipa served as the chair of Michelle's dissertation research, which focused on creating an elementary behavior support program for students in kindergarten through 2nd grade in order to promote pro-social behavior, school functioning, and academic performance. A positive impact to students' ability to effectively function in the school environment after accessing the program indicates administrators should consider providing intensive and individualized behavioral interventions as an alternative to suspension. Dr. Basie, please join us on stage to proudly receive your doctoral hood. Our next doctoral graduate is in absentia, but we know her loved ones are with us via live stream. Dr. Laura Antoinette Hanks, who is currently serving as the superintendent for the Greencastle Antrim School District in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, is actually attending commencement services tonight as the superintendent of that school district. So she had a hard choice tonight, but she chose correctly. Dr. Jennifer Codipa served as chair of Laura's dissertation research, which examined talent management through communities of practice for improved literacy outcomes. Laura presented her dissertation work at the State of Maryland Literacy Conference, as well as the International Literacy Association Conference in New Orleans. This work earned her district over $2 million in grant funding. Shortly following the completion of her doctoral degree, Laura was appointed superintendent of her hometown district. The Hood doctoral program prepared her to lead, her words, the district through the global pandemic while focusing on thriving in the future. Laura is also a triple blazer, completing her undergraduate and master's degrees from Hood as well. Congratulations to Dr. Hanks. Dr. Danny Jo Rump, assistant principal at Frederick High School. Danny's dissertation was chaired by Dr. Kathleen Banz, and his research explored what is the impact of the framework for teaching professional development on high school principals. The primary purpose of this qualitative study was to examine principals' perceptions on their professional development. School districts can use the research to develop a foundation for a conceptual framework and possible modifications and considerations for current and future professional development. Danny further exemplifies leadership in his community by serving on 3 nonprofit boards, 2 of which he will be chairing this summer. Dr. Rump, please step forward and wear your doctoral hood proudly. Congratulations. Dr. Kathy Swire is an assistant principal of Yellow Springs Elementary School and is in her 37th year with Frederick County Public Schools. Kathy's dissertation research with committee chair Dr. Codipa explored the growth mindset of female novice elementary school teachers towards mathematics. Findings included the impact of being a novice teacher and the intersection of growth mindset and a fixed mindset in mathematics instruction. Busy at work and home, Kathy and her husband are proud to welcome their 4th grandchild this fall. Dr. Swire, congratulations on all fronts. Please approach the table and wear your doctoral hood proudly. Congratulations. Dr. Linda Chambers is the Director of Special Education for Frederick County Public Schools and has served as an adjunct graduate professor in the Educational Leadership Program here at Hood for the past 7 years, building capacity in future education leaders to meet the needs of our diverse society. I will win, helicopter. Dr. Jennifer Codipa served as chair of Linda's dissertation, which explored the disproportionate suspension and special education identification of African American students, a case study in the early elementary grades. Linda presented her research in dismantling the preschool to prison pipeline for African American students at the 2018 Council for Special Education Administrators in Biloxi, Mississippi. She was also the People's Choice Award winner in Hood's 2019 3-minute thesis competition and was the first ever recipient of the Dr. Manuel and Carmen Casiano Outstanding Dissertation Award. Dr. Chambers, we're proud to award your doctoral hood as well at this time. Congratulations. Dr. Deveda Ellen Coley has served as an educator for Frederick County Public Schools for the past 28 years and is currently the principal of Spring Ridge Elementary School. While earning her doctorate, Deveda presented at local, state, and national conferences, including the National Title I ESSA Conference in Philadelphia and the Critical Questions Conference and Education Symposium. She was inducted into Kappa Delta Pi last year. This January, Deveda was invited to give the keynote address here at Hood College during a workshop sponsored by our very own Center for Teaching and Learning on trauma-informed practices. And I tell you, it was incredibly engaging. Her dissertation chair was Dr. Codipa, and her research, a missing factor in addressing disproportionate discipline, job-embedded professional development in restorative practices for first responders. It's an action research study that explores the impact of job-embedded professional development in restorative practices on educational leaders. This past July, Deveda partnered with Dr. Sundraman, also a doctoral graduate being honored today, to form Seeds for Changes, LLC. Their mission is to work with educators and business professionals to foster excellence, equity, strategic leadership, and healthy community connections through research-based professional development and community conversations. Dr. Coley, please join us on stage to wear your doctoral hood proudly. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Dr. Eric Lures Phillips is the supervisor of Accelerating Achievement and Equity at Frederick County Public Schools, where he works with others in supporting diversity, inclusion, and equity priorities for both instructional and business units of the district, a district that serves over 44,000 students, 6,100 employees, and the surrounding community. Dr. Jennifer Codipa served as chair of Eric's dissertation committee, where he examined leadership style, leader-follower congruence, and the implementation of a cultural proficiency initiative. His research illuminates the importance of principals' awareness of their leadership style and its influence on staff in their efforts to create inclusive schools for all students. Eric was inducted into Kappa Delta Pi, International Honor Society in Education, and also serves as an adjunct professor here at Hood College in our education department. Eric consults throughout the region on diversity, equity, and inclusion work for several companies. Dr. Lures Phillips, please proudly join us on stage to wear your doctoral hood. I am seeing the waning light, so I'm going to continue with our celebration. Dr. Joshua Work is the principal of Governor Thomas Johnson Middle School for Frederick County Public Schools. Dr. Jennifer Codipa served as chair of Josh's dissertation research, which focused on how the role of the assistant principal prepares an individual to be a school principal. Additionally, Josh was able to add to the research on principal selection practices and how individuals are selected for such roles. Josh is also a triple blazer. He and his wife met during his undergrad years here at Hood and have 3 children. Dr. Work, please approach the table to receive your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Congratulations. Dr. Preetha Anna Abraham is the Director of Research and Scholarship with the Consortium for Health and Military Performance at Uniformed Services University. She is also on the faculty of the George B. Delaplane Jr. School of Business here at Hood College. Her dissertation was chaired by Dr. Anita Joes and focused on the mediating role of organizational climate between leadership outcomes and organizational strategic planning, an empirical study. Her research investigates the collective effects of leadership style, leadership outcomes, organizational climate, and the strategic planning process within the Health Science Center. Dr. Abraham, please join us on stage to proudly wear your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Peggy DeFore is a proposal development consultant to Fortune 500 corporations that compete for federal government contracts. During her doctoral work, Peggy also served as a graduate assistant for the program and was essential in supporting its development in the early years. During that time, she was named to the Phi Kappa Phi and Delta Mu Delta Honor Societies here at Hood College. Peggy's dissertation research was chaired by Dr. Anita Joes and was an exploratory study of the proposal industry with a focus on the serious ethical challenges that industry faces and the level of job satisfaction those individuals are able to achieve. Peggy presented the results of her dissertation research at multiple international conferences. Her work has helped the industry develop its first ethics certification program. Dr. DeFore, congratulations, and please join us on stage to wear your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Jonathan Nason Banz is the Director of Quality Assurance at Champions Oncology in Rockville, Maryland. Jonathan's dissertation, which was chaired by Dr. Anita Joes, examined the roles of knowledge diffusion, emotional intelligence, and locus of control in facilitating incremental innovation among middle managers. An exciting journey, his words, into the productivity of biotech management. Part of his dissertation manuscript won an award this year for Best Paper in Innovation Management from the Society for Advancement in Management. Dr. Banz, please approach the table and proudly wear your doctoral hood. Congratulations. We will now move on and celebrate the class of 2021 or cohort 2020. Dr. Phillip Brown is president and CEO of Phoenix Meccano Incorporated, a global organization supporting automation and technology solutions for over 40 years. Phillip's dissertation was chaired by Dr. Jerry Van Winter and examined exchange theory as it relates to intangible quantitative determinants of relationship value in North American for-profit business-to-business sectors. During Phillip's doctoral work, he was inducted into the International Business Honor Society, Delta Mu Delta, and competed in our 3-minute thesis event here at Hood College. Phillip is committed to an expanded stakeholder service leadership mindset, including here at Hood College, where he serves on our Board of Associates. In addition, he serves the Frederick County Workforce Services and the Frederick County Career and Technology Advisory Council. Talk about servant leadership. Congratulations, Dr. Brown. Please join us on stage to wear your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Brian Crilly is the Director of Systems and Software Engineering at Thales Defense and Security Incorporated, a manufacturer of wireless communications equipment for use by military and public safety personnel. Brian's dissertation, chaired by Dr. Anita Joes, focused on ambidextrous project management, the influences of leadership styles, project management practices, and team characteristics on creativity and innovation. During his studies, Brian was inducted into the Delta Mu Delta International Honor Society in Business Administration and presented at multiple local and international business conferences. Brian now serves as a graduate adjunct instructor here at Hood College and also received the very special honor as the 2021 Graduate Commencement Student Representative. Dr. Crilly, please join us on stage to proudly wear your hood. Congratulations. Dr. Susan L. Glover is the Senior Vice President and Chief Quality Officer for Adventist Healthcare, where she focuses on the continuous improvement in the quality and safety for everyone her organization serves. Susan's dissertation research, chaired by Dr. Anita Joes, examined the relationship between leadership and patient harm in hospitals. Susan is now in the early stages of developing a leadership partnership practice tour de force to continue her contribution in safety and healthcare leadership. During her time at Hood College, Susan shared her passion and expertise as an invited speaker on both wellness and resiliency during the pandemic. Dr. Glover, please join us on stage and proudly receive your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Jabet Luisa Lazupone is the Director of Student Life at Montgomery College, where she serves as the Student Success Lead for the Ascend Parent Initiative, which is responsible for transforming Montgomery College into a family-friendly institution that provides a two-generation approach to student success. Jabet's dissertation, chaired by Dr. Jennifer Codipa, was entitled, "Whom Do We Entrust to Care for Our Students? Organizational Fit to Foster an Ethical Culture of Employee and Student Success." Her findings are critical to understanding how colleges can improve the selection process, professional development efforts, and organizational effectiveness by fitting an optimal fit, to foster a culture of employee and student success. Her research shows how colleges can endeavor into transformational cultural change by institutionalizing optimal values. Jabet began her triple blazership here at Hood as a teen mom when she earned her bachelor's degree in communications and Spanish, and later came back and earned her MBA here at Hood. She is proud to be Hood College's first Latina to earn a doctorate. Dr. Lazupone, please approach the table and proudly don your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Sundra Elizabeth Ann Mann serves as the principal of Georgian Forest Elementary School and is a 20-year employee with the Montgomery County Public School System. Sundra's doctoral dissertation was chaired by Dr. Jennifer Codipa and focused on microaggressions in K-12 schools, a call for culturally proficient leadership. Her research and advocacy for diversity, equity, and inclusion has been widely recognized across her organization, and she has presented this work at national, state, and local leadership conferences. As you may recall from an earlier bio, Sundra has teamed up with fellow doctoral alum Dr. Deveda Kohli to form Seeds for Changes, whose launch hosted a series on trauma-informed leadership practices for school leaders in Canada, Texas, California, and Maryland. Dr. Mann, please join us on stage to proudly don your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Catherine Carmine Dow is the Senior Manager and Leader of People and Culture at Leadient Biosciences Incorporated, a pharmaceutical company focused on the treatment of rare diseases. Catherine's dissertation, chaired by Dr. Kathleen Banz, examined how managers change in response to a managerial coaching model viewed from the lens of Riboldi's principles of change. She found that the overarching managerial changes involved were 1, shared purpose, 2, effective conversations, 3, enriching relationships, and finally, a safe environment. Dr. Dow, please join us on stage to proudly wear your doctoral hood. Congratulations. Dr. Melanie Rabideau is live streaming all the way from Rwanda. Hello, Melanie. She is represented by her sister, Alyssa Rowley, who will be accepting Melanie's hood on her behalf. Dr. Rabideau is Assistant Professor and Course Director for Leadership at the University of Global Health Equity in Rwanda, and apparently the commute back to Hood tonight was just a little too much. Melanie's dissertation was chaired by Dr. Codipa and was entitled An Exploration of the Emerging Adult Woman's Perceived Value of Primary Care. Her research explored the lived experiences of emerging adult women and studied their perceived value of primary care and the patient-provider relationship. Last September, Melanie presented this work at the Global Health Summit and recently authored her first children's book series, Little Readers and Leaders, Rwanda, a poetic picture book series shaping little readers into future leaders as they read their way around beautiful Rwanda with universal leadership lessons for every child. We are grateful to have Dr. Rabideau live streaming with us here today, and we are honored to welcome her sister Alyssa to the stage now to retrieve Melanie's well-earned doctoral hood. Congratulations, Dr. Rabideau. Thank you. Thank you, Drs. Joes, Codipa, and Banz. A humbling, historic moment here at Hood College. Please, a rousing congratulations to all of our doctoral graduates. I would like to invite Dr. Kathleen Banz to the podium in just a moment. This year's recipient of our Graduate Teaching Excellence Award, thanks to the many of you who nominated her. This is a 100% student or alum nomination, as the case may be. Soon to be retiring this summer after 37 years of service to the college, Dr. Banz is a professor of education. Her long list of accomplishments cannot be shared this evening, or we would most assuredly lose whatever sunlight we have left. But just to give you a snapshot, her 37 years of service included a deanship, a vice presidency, and the founding of multiple programs here at the college. Of course, this program, and last but not least, exemplary teaching and mentoring of our students. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Kathleen Banz.
Thank you. Good evening. On behalf of Dr. Jennifer Codipa, Dr. Anita Joes, and the doctoral faculty, we offer you heartfelt congratulations on successfully completing your doctoral program of study. We are certainly doctoral proud, and it's an inspiring time to be with you this evening as you receive your hood as the symbol of that significant accomplishment. To the family, friends of our doctoral alums that are here tonight, a very special thank you. Your support made all the difference in their success, and I'm thrilled that we could be here physically to celebrate this momentous occasion. I ask our doctoral alums to take a moment, flash back to fall of the year that you entered the program, when we encouraged you to visualize this moment, to picture in your mind's eye what it would look like, what it would feel like, what it would be like when you donned your doctoral robes. And now, here you are realizing the dream. We welcomed you as you entered the program and shared with you that the years ahead were going to be transformative. As I look out this evening and see the transformation in so many ways, new titles, new positions, renewed commitment to your work, new collaborations, and new ways of serving others as you continue to lead with passion and purpose, I am definitely Hood proud. You now have realized this dream, and tonight you truly understand the phrase, "It always seems impossible until it's done." I want to pull from the wisdom that Dr. Joes shared with you during your doctoral experience. She believes that as the chosen ones, those leaders selected for this program, that you operate with an understanding that much is expected of you. We certainly ask much of you in your coursework, through the intensity and the pace of the program, as well as your research study. But you rose to the occasion, and you exceeded our expectations. And now we encourage you to continue this work, for you have the privilege of a Hood education. And Nelson Mandela so eloquently stated that when he said this, "Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world." Please continue your work each day and use your leadership and your education to tackle difficult challenges and issues. We are living in a time when more than ever, we need leaders with your commitment to making a difference. For Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt a small, committed group of individuals can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that can." Sorry, I know how I feel about quotes, but I just couldn't stop. I also want to call on the wisdom of Dr. Codipa, and she shared this with you when you began your work on your doctoral research studies. She encouraged you to think clearly about what you were passionate about and find that excitement by selecting a topic that you cared about. She encouraged you to use this emotion as a driving force to guide your work. In her phrase, "Pick it and stick it," you not only embraced it, but I hear you quoting it to the cohorts behind you. So her sage advice about passion and purpose in your topic selection is one advice that you continue to apply, I'm sure, in your professional work. So on behalf of the doctoral faculty, congratulations. No doubt your journey will take you to new places and new destinations and will offer you new challenges. And you will continue to transform communities. It was our privilege and our pleasure to have you in our program and to walk with you during your journey to achieve the highest academic degree possible. Your doctoral hood is the visible symbol of completing your degree, but we also wanted you to have another symbol to recognize this accomplishment. So if you will please look in the bag that you were given when you entered the outdoor amphitheater, there's something very meaningful in your bag. Inside, you will find a pin with the Hood seal. And within that pin are the Greek muses, the goddesses who provide inspiration for literature, science, and the arts. May this pin commemorate your hooding ceremony. May it continue to give you inspiration. The Inaugural Cohort Pin bears a very special edition, wording denoting that you are a member of the Inaugural Cohort, the first to enroll in the doctoral program in organizational leadership. And when you look at this pin, in the next years to come, may you remember your preparation as a scholar practitioner, one who uses intellectual curiosity to inform your leadership practice to continue to transform lives and communities. On behalf of the doctoral program, the word selected to conclude my remarks is one that Dr. Joes suggested and we know has meaning to each of you. Namaste. It is an ancient greeting over 6,000 years old and is the Sanskrit word which means the divine in us recognizes the divine in you. Namaste. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Debbie Ricker. I'm the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. And it's my great honor to give closing remarks this evening in the form of celebratory cheers. So I think each graduate has in their bag a beverage and a champagne glass. And those of you in the audience who may have a water bottle or other beverage you would like to share, please gather it now. Those of you who are watching on the college's YouTube channel, please prepare yourself a refreshing beverage of your choice as we together get ready to celebrate the doctoral graduates. Gather your beverages or your water bottle, whatever is close by.
No, it's a twist shot. It's not booze, it's sparkling juice. It just says sparkling juice. I mean, you know.
It is the Hood spirit of sharing.
I know. I know. Like the real good stuff.
All right, as you have gathered your beverages, as you are able, please stand holding your glasses in front of you. Again, as you are able. Now, I was thinking about this toast, and I could have given the traditional Irish cheer over the lips and through the gums. No, our doctoral graduates deserve better than that. So for this toast, I thought audience participation would be best because I believe it took a village to get you here. And I think this toast should be a collective cheers to all of those people. And so we need to rehearse just a little bit. I'm going to go through a short list of thanks and cheers, and at the end of each pause, you will raise your glasses with me and yell really loudly, cheers, but not drink, until we get to the end. Okay? Shall we practice? Okay, this is just practice. To the cicadas for picking this year of all years to come out. Cheers! Good? Okay, I think you guys, try one more time. To COVID-19 for ironically making us uncomfortable in the most comfortable place. Cheers! Awesome, you got this. All right, it's my privilege to end this very special celebration with some acknowledgements. First, to President Chapdelaine and the administration of Hood College for your leadership and for embracing and supporting the vision of the doctoral program. Cheers. To Dean Bolton and the graduate school staff for your tireless efforts behind the scenes to promote and guide the doctoral program and these amazing graduates. To all the faculty members, including those pioneers that were highlighted earlier, for your leadership, for your teaching, for your mentorship, and for your endless counsel of these amazing graduates. Cheers. To family, friends, colleagues, partners, spouses, and children, for our doctoral students, for your patience, forgiveness, understanding, and support. Cheers. To Dr. Kathleen Banz, for your transformational leadership, the indelible mark you've left on these graduates and the entire Hood College community, the legacy of leadership you leave with us as you retire. You will always be our inspiration and our pearl. And finally, to the graduates. May you always lead with passion and empathy. May the challenges you face leave you stronger and smarter. May you carry the spirit of hope, opportunity, obligation, and democracy with you as proud graduates of Hood College. And may each step along your leadership journey bring you ever closer to finding your zebra. Cheers, everyone. Congratulations. Awesome. Cheers.